So I've been here since August of last year in Paris.
Exactly 24th of February 2020.
Right in the middle of the pandemic.
I have been living in France for about 3 years and a half now.
I was supposed to move here on the 15th of November. 10th of November, I test positive to COVID.
No gathering, no events, no eating out together, no crowding in restaurants or cafes, no sitting on the terrace outside, no tourists.
We couldn't get a lot of human interaction and touch. It was mostly just online emails and texts and work, all of that.
I felt like life just continued, but it just moved to being from remote. Like it was still happening, but just on Zoom.
We have no life right now. We're not going to school. We're not going to work. We're doing everything online. We're not seeing family. We are people the same age staying at the same place with the same things, with the same stress, where we have bursted out.
Today, if we are watching a movie from the pre-COVID era, like we are bound to think, oh my god, why aren't they wearing masks? Oh my god, why are they touching like that? It's unhygienic. It has come into our system.
In my culture, we're not really allowed to touch people. At least that's what I was taught. For example, you can't touch a person of the opposite sex. Some would even consider it a sin.
So there's like a lot of love language meters if you think. So for me as a person, my love language is human touch and quality time.
The touch, for example, people when I'm like in a relationship with them, I also love to touch my friends and people that I'm completely platonic with. It's just how I show people that I appreciate them. So, for example, I really like hugs. I like to be hugged and hug people as well. Well, cuddling, for example, people or hugging them, it releases oxytocin in the body.
Just anyone and everyone, like, okay, like a very personal experience was 3 years ago in a pride in Lille. Like that was probably one of my first prides, and a lot of people with like free hugs and kisses and all. So I was there with that placard, and I got like more than 200 hugs in those 2 hours, which was one of the happiest days of my life.
I don't think I have hugged anyone after September, after the month of September. And it's not possible at all.
My parents, my close family, I haven't seen them in a very long time, and even when I saw them, I still felt a very huge guilt that I might be like infecting them with the virus because I came from France, which is a high-risk country, to visit them. And I felt very weird and very guilty, and I didn't even want to touch them that much or be close to them very much.
I know like everyone is going through the same thing. Everyone is confused. Everyone is stressed. Everyone is fighting through something. It calms me down, but at night when you want to sleep, you cannot sleep. I have problems sleeping because in the end you're alone here.
There's skin hunger. Then in the evenings, it gets very quiet. It's kind of there's a sort of eerie silence which takes getting used to with time. So sometimes I feel really shaken up.
My mood during lockdown was like such a roller coaster. Like I would be completely like frustrated or desperate, and then something would give me hope, and then I'll be like happy then again, and it would keep going on like over and over for a long time. So I feel like a lot of things have given me hope, but since it was just like very repetitive and it was happening all the time, like I don't remember which thing exactly. Like it's just I don't know. I really am trying. Like I know I have things that gave me hope. It shouldn't even take me this long to think about it.
I'm someone who used to travel a lot, used to have a lot of people. I'm very social. Coming to a country where you know no one or a city where you know no one was really hard. So I broke down. I had a panic attack. I started hitting my head on the wall. And then I had some pills and I took all of them. guy 1 week ago, last weekend basically, went out screaming in the Pelouse here. I think he had a panic attack or something. They had to call in the ambulance. Another girl in the building next to us, she had a panic attack twice and she was taken to the hospital twice. 80% of the people here are taking Xanax for psychological problems. I know there is a guy just died in Maison Art des Amitiés. Like, it's a very horrible situation we are in. Ideas come to your mind, dark thoughts come to your mind. I don't know whether we are depressed. We haven't been treated, we haven't been diagnosed, but I bet everyone is depressed somehow right now. Everyone has at least some kind of depression. I don't know, to be honest. I'm completely lost, and I think I have no solution for anything.
I try to distract myself, going out, speaking to people, then going for walks. That's how I try to cope. I don't think I'm 100% successful at that. I don't think anyone else is.
I don't know if I'm having a bit of that social anxiety now. Like, if you leave me today in a room full of like 100 people without masks or something, and I would not be comfortable. Like, I don't know how will I be approaching random people and just having a conversation. So I don't know, I still have that fear, and with only time it can get better, I guess.
For me, touching someone has moved from this thing that like makes me happy and reduces my stress to something that causes me more stress. So in the beginning it was just I don't know, just confusing, and I thought, okay, well, I mean, it's probably for the best. I just don't have to see anyone, talk to anyone, touch to anyone, and that'll be it. But with especially like after a month or two, like that's when I started to realize that like I don't think I can go on like this for a really long time.
Even when if the pandemic gets over, people will still be a bit, that hangover will continue, the pandemic hangover. People would still be wearing masks and not very comfortable just hugging and touching others randomly. So I don't know how will the future be, but I'm really hopeful it will be for the better. People will get used to this, I guess.